So what's up? How you doing today? We're going to look at one of the easiest ways we can solo over I Know You Rider, and let's just jump right into it and have me play over an example of just one time through the horn with the backing track, and I want you to just listen and kind of see what you think is going on. Then we'll take a look at what it is. So first off, this is, it's a really good song to know to improvise over, not just for the song's sake, but because there's just endless songs, especially from the 70s and late 60s, that are the exact same things, you know what I mean? Like right off the top of my head, Sweet Home Alabama, like... Can't You See, right? Things like that. Just the list just goes on and on. So when you learn to solo improvise over this tune, you're learning basically the same thing with all those other ones too. So all we're doing is we're focused around D, but it's not the regular key of D because there's a C in there. In the key of D, you don't have a C. You would have actually the chords in the key of G, G, C, D, real standard thing, but it's revolving around the D, so we don't want to think of it so much as you're in the key of G. At least I don't like to think of that. People sometimes like to kind of like think of whatever makes sense in a classical way, but to me that's not very useful. So we want to focus on that D note, right? And just think of D pentatonic. That's all we're going to do, right? So D major pentatonic. And the first example, I was just kind of playing a flurry of notes, kind of like bluegrassy style. Wasn't trying to be too melodic. And I was just focused on just this spot right here, right? And moving it to one spot here just kind of gives us a little bit of flexibility of sliding around, doing this kind of 2-fret thing here, 2 frets, everything's 2 frets. And just while you're going over that main part, D, C, G, D, don't worry about the other chords, just focus on D major pentatonic. If you want to just simplify it, just do it right there. That's all you need to know. It's a good thing you can focus on your bends right here. If you want to, bending to these different notes. Maybe those two at the same time. I'm gonna get really country, and that's it. But then the twist here is then the second half, or the last kind of little part of the progression goes F, C, F, C, F real quick, back to D, and that F is outside of the key. So this is where we can kind of address that, but still keep things really simple. And Jerry would often just play right on the things like that, but and kind of just outline the chords. We're gonna keep it even simpler than that. Let's just focus on dealing with the F, and all you have to do is take whatever we're doing, so this spot right here, and just move it up 3 frets. And now you're playing F major pentatonic. So that works great. So you're going along. And then you get to the F. You've got all that right there. And don't worry with the C, all that stuff. Just play F major pentatonic. So all you have to do is think 3 frets higher with whatever you're doing wherever you're at. Just move it up. And that'll get you. So that's a way to really simplify it, but still keep it so that we're playing along with the changes. You could even keep it simpler and just do D the whole time. But it might not, you're not kind of, you're not playing with the changes. You'd be kind of playing up against it a little bit because of the that F chord there. So let's listen to another example doing the same thing, but just a little higher position to give us a little more flexibility, and I'll show you where that's at. the same thing, but we're just going up here. And just focus on this for the D major pentatonic part of it. So we got this little shape right here. I always call this the home plate, like in baseball. It's like the diamond there. And then for the F, you just... Same thing, of course, just 3 frets up. And that's really, it's the same thing. So you can mix and match. You could try the first one, try the second one. But, just get really comfortable with it and get used to switching back and forth if that's something that's new and a little challenging for you. That challenge will go out the window and it'll become very easy for you the more you do it. And you can try that, of course, with any other kind of positions, things like that. You can really expand upon that if you so desire. But if you want to try this stuff out yourself, if you feel like this is something that's new and helpful to you, try it out with the backing track. Over here, you got all the scale charts and things, a kind of complete map. You can kind of look at your little pieces of it within it and try it out, have fun with it, and I'll see you in one of the next videos.